Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. This is Tausif, and I am back with a new live stream. Those who have joined me for the first time, thank you so very much. I hope you like this channel. I hope you will subscribe and stay connected. And to all our friends who have been watching for days and weeks and months, thank you so much for continuing to support this channel. Great to see so many members of this wonderful family tune in. Jewel is here. Hi, Jewel. Kay Cooper from Texas is here. Tommy Brown Jr. is here. Suzanne, so good to see you. We were actually wondering where Suzanne is. We didn't see Suzanne for a couple of live streams. So Suzanne, it's so good to see that you're back. Katie is here from Arizona. Hi, Katie. Swaggy is here. That's our friend Colin from Los Angeles. Terry Gilly is here. Hi, Terry Gilly. Thank you, Terry, for being here and for the wonderful compliment. Evelyn is here from Vegas. Hi, Evelyn. Mickey Mooney is here. Hello, Mickey. Thanks for being here. Terry Gilly writes, Terry from Tennessee. We love Tennessee. Nashville. Great city. I love Nashville. Everyone is here. Great. My friends, we have... We're going to go into the discussion, but before that, I want to draw your attention to this poll question that I have, which is, Donald J. Trump is the best president of our lifetime. Do you agree? Do you agree? Yes or no? I agree. He is the best president of our lifetime. Do you agree? Terry says, I am in Nashville. Okay, great, Terry. I mentioned this before. It's been a while, so some of you probably have heard me say this, but so it was my mother and myself. We spent, sorry, there's something in my eye. We spent 2017 Christmas in Nashville, and we were at the Gaylord Opryland. So Terry, how far are you from Gaylord Opryland? So that's where we were, 2017 December. Okay, 2017 was, I mean, think about it. That was the first year for Trump in office, right? 2017. So yeah, we spent the few days of Christmas at Gaylord Opryland. Okay. Terry Gilly says, love it. Yeah, it's such a great place. I need to go revisit. I need to go visit again. Gaylord Opryland. Chris is here. Hi, Chris. Thank you for being here. So please respond to the poll question. Donald J. Trump is the best president of our lifetime. Do you agree? And so far, 81% said yes. So that's great to see. Lots of support for our president, Donald J. Trump, 47th president of the United States. Okay. I'm going to go into the discussion here. And I was thinking about this issue that I'm going to discuss now. And I want to hear your thoughts. So I will share with you my views. And I want to hear from you. And it's kind of mind-boggling, okay? It's kind of mind-boggling but I'll try to present to you the information in a very calm manner, okay? Because I feel like I have some really strong things to say about this issue that I'm going to discuss, but I'll keep my comments to myself. I'll just present the information to you, and I want to hear your thoughts, okay? So, governments in different countries are complaining about the deportations that are going on. So, foreign governments. Suzanne says, we love TOSIF. Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you so much. Governments in foreign countries are complaining about the deportations that are going on. The Trump administration is deporting illegal aliens. Of course, our country will deport illegal aliens. Foreign nationals who are here illegally must be deported. Freedom-loving Americans all agree that deportations are necessary. It's no longer a choice. It's like you gotta do it. There's no other option. It is necessary. To restore law and order, we must catch the criminal aliens and we must make sure that they are deported. When we deport illegal aliens, what happens? They get up on a plane and they are sent back to the countries that they came from. They are sent back to the countries that they came from. It is a journey back home. All right? It's a journey back home. We're sending them back home. Sending them back to their homeland. So in a way, these folks should actually be happy, actually, you know, if you think about it. Like, they're being sent back home. That's where you came from. That's where you go. When we deport the illegal aliens, they are flown back to their country of origin. However, some countries, some governments are not happy about this deportation process. Okay? I mean, just think about it. A lot of the illegals, the way they enter the US is they cross many of the South American countries. They go through forests and they go through hills and mountains and dangerous terrain. They face adverse weather conditions. They go through a lot of trouble, many hazards. And then they get to Mexico, and then they walk through Mexico. They head up north, and then they cross the US-Mexico border. But on the way back, once ICE gets hold of them and they are loaded onto a plane, they are sent back. At least they are getting a plane ride. They are getting a plane ride back to where they came from. They don't have to go through the forests and the hills and the mountains and the jungles and all the hazards. You know, there are wild animals and snakes and crocodiles and so on and so on. Lots of hazard. At least they should be happy that on the way back home, as they are being deported, they're getting a plane ride. They're getting a plane ride. And, you know, as we know now, based on what we have been seeing, military plane. Ride on a military plane, U.S. military plane. Okay, go back home. However, the governments of some countries are not happy. They're not happy about this deportation process, okay? So I'm going to talk about the governments of two countries. Government officials in Brazil, oh, they're not happy. Government officials in India, They're not happy. They are complaining. You can look it up in the news. You can look it up in the news. Government officials in Brazil and government officials in India, they are complaining about how we deported the illegal aliens and sent them back to their countries of origin. They're complaining about the process. Here's what they're saying. And Katie, I see your comment. Yeah, I see Katie's comment. So reportedly, a U.S. military plane carrying 104 people, migrants, arrived in India. These 104 individuals on the plane, many individuals, right? All deported from the US and sent back to India. Now, some politicians in India complained that the deportees were handcuffed. What's your reaction when I say that? Some politicians in India complained that the deportees were handcuffed. They complained that the deportees' legs were chained. So there's outrage that the illegal aliens were handcuffed. Okay. All right. Outrage. Outrage. Why were they handcuffed? Why were they handcuffed? Okay. In Brazil, similar complaints. The Brazilian government is complaining that the migrants who were deported arrived by plane in handcuffs. More and more outrage. Why were these people handcuffed? They were not treated well. They were handcuffed. Okay. It's important to understand one thing. It's important to understand that these individuals who were put on a plane and sent back to their countries of origin, these individuals who were being deported, why were they being deported? Because they have broken our country's laws. By coming into the United States illegally, they have broken our nation's immigration laws. They have violated our laws and rules. Many entered the country illegally. That's the first law they broke. They entered illegally. And then after coming here, after entering, many of them committed very serious crimes on US soil. So what are we supposed to do? When illegal immigrants, when foreign nationals, they enter the United States illegally, first they enter illegally, and once they are here illegally, they commit more crimes. What are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? We have no choice. We must put these illegal immigrants in handcuffs. It's a matter of security. When you're putting these people on a plane, you have to ensure security. You have to make sure that there's no riot on that plane. You have to make sure that these individuals stay in their seats as they are being transported from the United States back to their country. And how do you do that? How do you make sure that it's a safe plane ride? that there will not be any issues on the plane, that there will not be any kind of lawlessness on the plane, that there won't be any chaos on the plane. How do you ensure security? You have to put these people in handcuffs. It's very, very simple. And these individuals, these deportees, they are the ones who put themselves in this situation. They are the ones who put themselves. First, they came here illegally, and then after coming here, they broke laws. Okay? And they have put themselves in this situation. Why did they come here illegally? Of course, if you come here illegally, you will be deported. Plain and simple. But oh yeah, no, I get it. I get it. They thought, oh, we got Biden. We got Biden in office. Biden's gonna give us free stuff. Biden's never gonna deport us. I think that's the mindset that these people had. Hey, we got Biden in power. Let's go. And so that's the mistake they made. They thought, oh, Biden's in power. He opened the doors. People can just walk in and demand free stuff, get free food. Yeah. Go to US, go to New York and Chicago, sanctuary cities. They give you free stuff. So they came here and now they are faced with a new reality. Oh my God, it's actually Trump in office now. Okay, because Biden dropped out. Kamala came in, Kamala lost, and Trump is back in office, and Trump's going to deport the illegals. And now these illegals are complaining that the US authorities put them in handcuffs. Put them in handcuffs. What are we supposed to do? The illegals are the ones who put themselves in this situation. This is not the fault of the United States. It's their fault. It's the fault of the illegals who came here illegally and they committed crimes on US soil. And so what do they expect? Of course, they are going to be handcuffed and sent back to where they came from. Handcuffs are necessary. So the foreign politicians, they can express their outrage and they can complain. They can make statements. They can go on social media and write whatever their thoughts are. And their supporters will repost it and like it and share it. These politicians, foreign politicians, they can go on their local media and say, oh, our people have been put in handcuffs. That's not going to change anything. It's not going to change anything. Our government, US government, the Trump administration must continue to deport the illegals, and the deportation must take place in a way that protects our federal agents and officials. The illegal immigrants must be deported in a way that is safe for everyone. And so in order to make sure that there's safety, that the planes are safe, and that the illegals, they stay in an orderly fashion, that they don't cause any chaos on the plane, that they don't start rioting on the plane. How do you do that? You put them in handcuffs, plain and simple. That is how it has to be. That's how it's going to be done. Everyone must understand that we, the American people, we have been suffering for years because of the influx of illegal immigrants. And these individuals from all over the world, they came to America illegally, and then they demanded free stuff, everything from housing to food to clothes to medical care and even legal services, all paid for by American taxpayers. And many of them committed crimes, from petty crimes, small crimes, all the way to very serious crimes. And our American cities are struggling because of all the money spent on the illegals during the Biden-Harris administration years. And now when we are deporting these illegals, these foreign nationals are the ones who are complaining. They're complaining. Oh, they don't want to be in handcuffs. Okay? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? These individuals who are here illegally, when they are being deported, they are complaining. They don't want to be in handcuffs. They don't want to be in handcuffs. Just imagine how entitled they feel. I mean, what do they expect? Luxury seats on a plane? 5-star food? Are they demanding comfort after breaking our nation's immigration laws? What are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? I mean, please, my friends, share with me your thoughts. The illegal immigrants, when they are being deported, they are put in handcuffs and they complain about it. What do they want? Business class seats? They want to put their feet up and they want to recline, they want to relax, they want 5-star food. Is that what they want? And the politicians in these foreign countries, they are expressing outrage. They are complaining that their nationals, their citizens who are here illegally, that we're deporting them, and why are we putting them in handcuffs? Why is US putting these deportees in handcuffs? That's the complaint. I'm not trying to make a political statement here, okay? I'm not trying to make a political statement. I'm not trying to, I'm simply stating the facts and asking a question. I'm simply asking a question. The politicians in foreign countries, those who are complaining that their nationals are being deported from US and they are being put on handcuffs throughout, on the plane, what do they want? What do they want? That these illegal immigrants, many of whom committed crimes, that they're going to get a seat on a plane without handcuffs so they can roam about freely on the plane? I don't understand. Am I missing something? If I'm wrong, the way I'm seeing things, if that's wrong, you tell me what's right. I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you, my friends. So many friends here. Hold on. Let me catch up. Sean Jackson is here. Hi, Sean. Joshua is here. Aaron is here. Evelyn. Kenneth Johnson. Freshly. Our friend Jake from New York. Marjorie Bedford from Canada. Marjorie, thank you for being here. Rachel is here from Waukesha. Hi, Rachel. Mark Bishop is here. Brad is here. Katie, Chris, Evelyn, Suzanne, M. Did I miss anyone? I don't think so. Jewel. Khalil is here. Hello, Khalil. AC Cruz is here. Hi, AC. AC from Arizona. Okay, so Sean is saying that this is going to be the last stream for a while. See you in a couple of years. Where are you going, Sean Jackson? You're going away for a couple of years? Where are you going? Selena is here. Hi, Selena. Stacy is here. Fred is here. Um, okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right, Sean. So Sean's gonna be. You're saying you're gonna be back in a couple of years. All right, Sean. Well, thanks for letting us know. Best wishes. Best wishes. Okay. All right. So, okay. So let's continue the discussion. Um, really, so the situation that we are in as a country, the fact that we have all these federal agents all over the country looking for criminal aliens and arresting them and deporting them, that's a very, very expensive process. Okay, it's very expensive, it's time consuming, it requires a lot of personnel, it requires a lot of resources. So it's a very, very, very difficult process. It's a very, very difficult process. The process of arresting the illegals and deporting them. Okay? It's not easy. And and the fact that the United States, we are witnessing this process. The fact that the Trump administration has to use the resources available, money and personnel, to catch the criminals and deport them. It's not easy. It must be done. It has to be done, but it's not easy. And when we are deporting them, we have to do so in a way that is safe. And that's why these deportees must be put in handcuffs. But the foreign politicians, they are complaining. The foreign politicians, they are complaining. In Brazil, in India, they are complaining. What do they want? What do they want? So I saw that news that these foreign politicians are complaining, and I just wanted to bring it up. Melissa is here. Hi, Melissa. Thanks for being here. Let's see. All right. I'm changing the windows here. Hold on, my friends. 141 people watching. Please continue to support this channel. Subscribe if you have not done so already. Hit the like button. Moxie is here. Hi, Moxie. Heather is writing ice. All right. Joshua says the handcuffs are for everyone's safety. Exactly. So, I think we are going to hear this more and more. I think we are going to hear this more and more. Other countries, politicians, they'll be complaining. And in this day and age of technology, politicians, they have accounts on social media. So what they do is they publish a statement, and then that gets reposted and shared and liked, and that's how the word spreads. And that's how the word spreads. So as our country continues to deport illegal aliens, you'll hear from foreign politicians. Okay, could be one, could be two, could be multiple, could be dozens, could be hundreds. They'll just complain about their citizens being put in handcuffs in the process of deportation. But remember this, it's the process of deportation. And it's there for a reason. It's happening for a reason. Anyone who does not want to be deported in handcuffs should not come to the US illegally. It's very simple. If anyone does not want to be deported from the US and put on a plane in handcuffs, that individual should not enter the United States illegally. Does that make sense, my friends? Does that make sense? Do you agree with me? Rachel says right. T. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you so much. Tommy Brown says totally agree. Suzanne says agree. Thank you, Suzanne. Katie says if they didn't want handcuffs, they should have thought about that before they broke the law. Exactly. Chris says 1000%. Moxie says, I agree. He's draining the swamp. Yeah, Trump, President Donald J. Trump, 47th president, he's draining the swamp. Joshua says, makes complete sense. Jewel says, yes, definitely. Heather says, I'm behind Trump. Yes, we are all supporting President Trump. Evelyn says, make common sense great again. Thank you, Evelyn. Marjorie says, I agree. Julie, Army Mom is here. Julie says, hit the thumbs up to help the channel. Thank you so much. Okay, so my friends, let's continue to the next topic now. Who wants to talk about sanctuary cities? Who wants to talk about sanctuary cities? There's some very interesting update regarding sanctuary cities. M says me. Okay. The sanctuary cities, and tell me if you agree with this, the sanctuary cities need to be penalized for protecting illegal immigrants. The sanctuary cities must be penalized for protecting illegal immigrants. Do you agree or not? Do you agree? Tommy Brown says yes. Okay. Attorney General Pam Bondi has ordered that jurisdictions that refuse to cooperate with federal immigration authorities would not receive federal funds. Have you heard that? Chris says LOL defund. All right, Zeus is back. Zeus doesn't agree with me. Zeus is back. Terry Gilly, you're singing, Terry Gilly. Melissa says agreed. Their federal funds withheld. Lily is saying absolutely. Evelyn is saying yes. Auditron is saying hello. All right. Evelyn says wholeheartedly agree. Yeah. Attorney General Pam Bondi has ordered that jurisdictions that refuse to cooperate with federal immigration authorities would not receive federal funds. She ordered a pause on federal funds for sanctuary cities. Oh, Zeus is writing TTTT. Wow, Zeus. So you agree with me? It feels like that we finally have a real attorney general. Do you agree? Terry Gilly is writing, what is TTTT? So would somebody answer that question that Terry Gilly is asking? What is TTTT? Swaggy, you're here, right? Swaggy, are you listening? Swaggy, will you answer that? Gerlina is, hi Gerlina. All right, so I see a lot of our friends have answered Terry's question. What is TTTT? All right, Terry Gilly says thanks. Thanks, Terry, for asking. By the way, have we seen Michael Brown? I haven't seen Michael Brown in a while. And also, where is our friend Sassy? Has anyone seen Sassy from Louisiana? Gerlina, have you seen Sassy? I haven't seen Sassy. Okay, look at Auditron's comment. Okay. Kind of interesting when I look at Auditron's comments here. Very interesting, my friends. You wanna share your thoughts about Auditron's comments? So Auditron, you're saying you like my personality, but then you're saying that I'm not addressing real issues in a meaningful way. Okay. Well, first of all, thank you for liking my personality. Sean says this is a great channel. Thank you, Sean. Sean is asking, what watch are you wearing today? I'm wearing my Citizen Eco Drive, Sean. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know how to respond to Auditron. Auditron saying that Auditron likes my personality, but that I'm not sharing, that I'm not talking about real issues in a meaningful way, right? So what exactly do you expect? Would you let me know, Auditron? I'm always looking forward to a constructive conversation. So if there's something that you think I need to start doing to make this conversation more meaningful, feel free to share those thoughts. I mean, there's a reason, Auditron, that we do these live streams, which go from, I don't know, 1 hour to 2 hour to 3 hours plus. And there are friends who tune into the live stream when it starts within a minute or two, and they stay here until the very end, whether it's 3 hours. There's a reason for that. We are here for a reason. We stay connected for a reason. These live streams are long for a reason. And if people didn't like it, no one would be here. So, okay, so Auditron is saying, I expect you to use your years of knowledge and experience from your degree to speculate future outcomes and possibilities and pose those in contrast to what is being presented by the government. Wow. Have I not done that, Auditron? I believe I I believe I've done that. I believe I've done that. I mean, do you remember Gray 59 is your high Gray 59? There's a reason why people are here, and if you go back, okay, so I really want to address this here. Okay, Auditron is saying, I expect you to use your years of knowledge and experience from your degree to speculate future outcomes and possibilities and pose those in contrast to what is being presented by the government. First of all, I have used my knowledge and experience prior to the election. I talked about election. I talked about the different states, the battleground states. I talked about the electoral college votes. I talked about the different Senate races. I talked about what states President Trump may win, what states will be challenging to win, what states will be easy to win. I discussed electoral college map numbers. I discussed the best case scenario. I discussed the worst case scenario. I discussed all that. And a lot of what I discussed turned out to be true. So I used my knowledge, I used my experience to talk about the election outcomes before the election. And I talked about the importance of reclaiming, the Republicans reclaiming the majority in the Senate. That already happened. And even before that, I discussed on this channel who might be Donald Trump's running mate. We discussed all that. So yeah, we have discussed all that. But then you're saying, Auditron, that you want me to speculate future outcomes and possibilities and pose those in contrast to what is being presented by the government. So what you are suggesting, Auditron, is you want me to say things that contradict what the government is saying. What you are suggesting, Auditron, is you want me to say things that are just opposite to what the Trump administration is saying. So you want me, you're basically, you're encouraging me to say things that are not aligned with the Trump administration, right? Is that what you're suggesting? Listen, I share my thoughts. I am an independent voice. I'm a conservative, obviously. I'm a Trump supporter, obviously. But then I am an independent voice. And I speak fearlessly, and I share what's on my mind. But my goal is not to take a position firmly because there's some other entity or authority that believes one thing, so I have to take the opposite position. That's not what I do. I take positions based on my knowledge, my experience, my beliefs, my analysis, my experience, okay? And I'm very outspoken, okay? So I never look at an entity and say, what is that entity's position? Oh, that entity believes in this, so I must believe just the opposite. I never do that. Why would I do that? I am an independent voice, okay? So I fearlessly present my thoughts and opinions. Okay, Auditron is saying, I'm suggesting that you continue on your path because you are doing great job helping people. All right, thank you. Thank you for your kind words, Auditron. But I just wanted to respond to what you had to say earlier. Auditron says, because when you look at alternative viewpoints, it's critical thinking. Yeah, well, Auditron, on my bookshelf, I got 2 shelves here and then more books in boxes. I have books written by conservatives, books written by liberals. I have a variety of viewpoints, books and other publications written by individuals who have diverse viewpoints, okay? And I studied public policy in school, and part of studying public policy is when you do policy analysis, you look at a problem. First, you have to identify an issue, and then you look at policy alternatives. Number one, what if you do nothing? What if you just maintain the status quo? What happens? What if you choose alternative 1? What if you choose alternative 2? What if you choose alternative 3? And you do an analysis, you see the private benefit and the social benefit of each of these alternatives. You look at the economic feasibility. You look at fairness. You look at what would politically work, and then you make your decision. You either stay with the status quo, or you choose alternative 1 or alternative 2 or alternative 3, and you have to make the case why you chose what you chose. It's what I have done. I understand all that. I understand all that very, very much. And trust me, that we are here to talk about issues. This channel is about social and political issues, both domestic and international. And issues are what we talk about. And I always say the truth is my foundation. That's what we all believe. We believe in the truth. That's why we are here. We believe in freedom of speech. And we discuss issues. And we talk about solutions. We do. So I think that's what we are doing here. And if you have suggestions, of course, feel free to share. But I just wanted to respond to what you had to say earlier. So my friends, whatever I said, does that all make sense to you? Please let me know in the live chat window. Fred says perfectly. Katie says makes sense. Thank you. Suzanne, thank you so much. Lily says yes, much sense. Tommy Brown says you're spot on. Okay, Josh is, Sean Jackson is leaving. All right, Sean, have a good night, Sean. Dee Dee is here. Hi, Dee Dee. Sylvia Johnson is here. Hello, Sylvia. All right. "51 minutes into the live stream." Melvin is here. Hello, Melvin. Lily says, you have a logical mind. I like to hear what you have to say. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Lily. Chase says, hello there. Hello, Chase. All right, so I'm gonna go back to what I was discussing. The sanctuary cities are in trouble. The sanctuary cities are going to be penalized. That's what I think is going to happen. I mean, finally, after all these years, we have a real attorney general, somebody who is taking action. Pam Bondi, when she was nominated, conservatives were so happy because we felt confident that Pam Bondi is the right person for the job. She's going to get stuff done, and she already is. Soon after being confirmed by the Senate, she is already busy working. And she ordered that jurisdictions that refuse to cooperate with federal immigration authorities would not receive federal funds. Do you love that decision? Do you love that order? Zeus is saying sanctuary cities show compassion and humanity. Really? Really, Zeus? Sanctuary cities show compassion and humanity? Really? I see there's a typo with humanity, but I understand what you're saying. Didi is saying we are sick of sanctuary shenanigans. Sanctuary cities promote unfair treatment. I said it, and you let me know if you agree with me or not, my friends. Sanctuary cities promote unfair treatment. You know how? Because in sanctuary cities, there are homeless Americans who do not get help. There are homeless military veterans who do not get help. But the illegal immigrants get all the stuff that they want. Free housing, free food, free clothing, free medical services, free legal services, free this, free that. So sanctuary cities prioritize the illegals, and sanctuary city leaders, they do not care about U.S. citizens who are homeless, U.S. citizens who are stuck in poverty, U.S. citizens who served in the military and now they are struggling financially. Do you agree with me what I just said? Do you agree with me? Tommy Brown agrees with me. Sylvia says agree 100%. Paul says I agree. Fred Fuller says agree 100%. Sanctuary cities run by Democrat politicians, all they care about are the illegal immigrants, while American citizens continue to suffer and receive no help. All the taxpayer dollars go towards the illegals in sanctuary cities. And that's why the sanctuary cities must be penalized. The sanctuary cities must face tough action. The sanctuary cities should not get federal funds. Jewel says yes, yes, yes. Paul says exactly. Chase is asking, where are you from? Well, I live in Madison, Wisconsin, Chase. So I hope that Attorney General Pam Bondi, she is strong, she is tough, she is a patriot. She is going to do what we all expect to see. I am so happy to see that Pam Bondi has ordered that jurisdictions that refuse to cooperate with federal immigration authorities would not receive federal funds. I love that decision. Do you support Pam Bondi? Please, my friends, if you support Pam Bondi, write support Pam Bondi in the live chat, please. Misty is here. Hello, Misty. Misty says support Pam Bondi. Evelyn says I support Pam Bondi. Chase says support. Lily says I support Pam Bondi. Sylvia says support Pam Bondi. Freshly says yes, absolutely, I support Pam Bondi. Kay Cooper says support Pam Bondi. Terry Gilly says like Pam Bondi. Okay. So Dee is writing. So everyone read Dee's comment. Dee wrote that she went to the hospital last year, close to Laguna Beach, and in the hospital the illegals got treatment before another lady and Dee screamed in pain, but you had to wait. This is a big issue, and many people have complained about this in different parts of the country, that American citizens and legal immigrants, they have to wait in line in the emergency room at the hospital. U.S. citizens and legal immigrants have to wait while the illegals get the services. And the illegals don't pay. They get the services, they walk into the emergency room, they get the services, then they leave. They don't pay the bills. So illegal immigration is hurting our healthcare system. So Mark Bishop, I'm trying to understand your comment, Mark. Mark Bishop is asking how it was even legal to have sanctuary cities. Good question, Mark. Good question. How was it even legal to have sanctuary cities? Great question. Um, your question requires um, a legal expert. Okay, I'm not a lawyer, but I just speak from common sense. Sanctuary cities should not even be legal. The whole idea of the sanctuary city is that they are going to protect the illegal immigrants by refusing cooperation with federal immigration authorities. And that itself is a red flag. That should not even be legal. Okay? That should not even be legal. Yeah, I'm not a constitutional lawyer. You know, whatever I know, I share, but I don't pretend to be something that I'm not. So I have said this before, I'm not a lawyer. So if you are asking questions that that would require somebody with knowledge of constitutional law to answer, I can't give you that answer. I've worked very closely with lawyers, but I am not a lawyer myself. I don't have a JD. Okay, I don't have that degree. I didn't go to law school. Okay, I don't have a law degree, so I can't answer if you're asking very in-depth constitutional questions. I can't answer that. Now, when you talk about healthcare policy, that's my area of expertise because that's what I studied. I'm a policy analyst, and I've studied other things, but healthcare is really where my passion is. But I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not going to try to answer questions about constitutional law. For that, you're going to have to talk to somebody else. But as Americans, when we look at issues and we see, using our common sense, when we analyze things that are happening in our country, when you see sanctuary cities openly saying that they're not going to cooperate with federal immigration officials, that they are going to protect the illegal immigrants, they are basically saying that they are going to protect those who broke the law. So how is that even allowed? That's the point. All right. Suzanne, I'm trying to understand that comment. You're saying $600 hour. I'm trying to figure that out. What does that mean? Oh, you're addressing somebody else, Suzanne? Okay. You know, sometimes when I look at the flow of comments and I'm trying to read a comment, I have to read previous comments to understand the context because um, it's a flow. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do because I can see right here a systematic effort, okay, an organized effort right here um, to basically cause disruption in the live chat. I mean, do you feel in the flow of this live chat that there are certain voices here who seem to be trying to drag me away from the things that I'm trying to focus on and throw in all kinds of different things? Um, do you see that? Do you understand that? Do you see that? I mean, you know, I get a very different feeling right here. I'm trying to focus on certain things, and you see two or three voices here in particular that are trying to throw random stuff in here to try to distract me and drag me away from the main discussion into other direction. And when I try to respond to that, they bring up something else. And then when I try to respond to that, they bring up something else. So they're trying to um, take me in all different directions here. So here's what I'm gonna do. Uh, by the way, do you agree with that assessment of mine? Do you feel that is exactly what is happening here? I think it's a new strategy. You know, I've said one thing before that that there are individuals who engage in name calling, but right here you're not seeing much of name calling, but you are seeing a very coordinated effort to drag me away from the points that I want to focus on and take me in other directions. So you all can see that too here, right? Rachel, you agree with me? Evelyn says agreed. Okay. All right. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. Um, Misty's, see, it took me a while to figure that out. It took me a while to figure that out. And you can see it's almost like in soccer, when you got a few players and they're passing the ball from one to the next, and you see 3 or 4 people, they're just passing the ball and keeping control. It's exactly that kind of strategy that's being applied here. So why am I saying that? This is what I'm going to do. You're going to see certain names being blocked. And I'm not going to do all at once, but I'm going to start with this. So I've sent Zeus back to Mount Olympus. How about that? If you like that decision, say cheers. I have sent Zeus back to Mount Olympus. Let's see who's going to be next. Let's see who's going to be next here. Everyone's saying cheers. Thank you. Zeus is back to Mount Olympus. Hold on. I'm going to see who's going to be next here. Dana is here. Hi, Dana. Okay. So recommend who should be next. I think I know who it's going to be. I just have to scroll back a little bit. I was thinking it's going to be a quick live stream, but it seems like this is going to go on a little longer. Hold on. I'm scrolling back. I'm scrolling back. Okay. Okay, so this individual named Michael blocked. Okay, Auditron, if you say let Zeus into the chat, if that's what you want, then perhaps you can go join Zeus on Mount Olympus. Yeah, if Auditron wants Zeus in the chat, we can make sure you you get to go to Mount Olympus, perhaps, right? Mount Olympus means blocked from this channel. Okay. Okay, this viewer named this viewer who goes by the name MM blocked. Who else? Let's do some spring cleaning here, okay? Let's do some spring cleaning. Stay here with me, my friends. I'm being a little patient here. Let's see. Okay, all right. I guess that's it for now. What do you think? Yeah, in the case of Auditron, what I might do, um, is I think I have responded to Auditron's questions, but if Auditron keeps asking questions, I won't be able to respond to all of them. And I think some of Auditron's comments, I don't think I don't even some of Auditron's comments I don't even want to respond to. Okay, to be honest with you, so I might just uh, look and keep scrolling. All right, I'm going to completely disregard Auditron's comments going forward. Okay, until further notice. I'm not saying forever, but until further notice. Okay, Chase, why are you saying boo? What does that mean? Ron is here. Hi, Ron. Okay, Chase, just calm down. Calm down, Chase. Yeah, don't write boo, because, if you write boo and stuff, we don't know who you're booing. So it can get confusing. So don't do it. Um, okay. All right. So let's continue. I'm going to not respond to Auditron's comments. I think I've spent enough time responding to Auditron. Auditron just keeps writing, which is fine, Auditron. If you just keep writing, it actually helps the channel. But calm down a little bit. And Chase, don't write boo, because we get confused. We don't know who you're saying boo to. Okay? It sounds like you're saying boo to me. And if you're saying boo to me, which perhaps you're not, then that, it gets confusing. So don't do that, please. Um, yeah, Fuzz, who's Aaron. Aaron doesn't agree with me, but Aaron likes the channel, and it's good to have Aaron here. We welcome all voices, conservative, liberal, independent. We welcome all voices. Just don't cause disruption. That's all we ask. And of course, no name calling, right? Which I don't think people are doing here. Okay. Auditron, what do you mean international involvement? No international involvement. This is our country. What are you talking about? Sanctuary city international involvement? It doesn't make any sense what you're saying. All right. So Auditron is talking about international treaties and stuff. So let's just put Auditron on a 24-hour timeout. Okay? How about that? How about that? 24-hour timeout. Okay. 24-hour timeout. So now it feels like the live chat is sort of back to what it should be, right? Do you feel that? Do you feel that? All right. So things look much better now. Yeah, Auditron just kept repeating stuff. So timeout. You know, I keep saying no name calling, no insulting. So if certain folks out there think that, hey, no name calling, no insulting, but there could be other forms of disruption, like repeating the same stuff over and over again. We'll change the rules here, and any repetitive comments, the same comment being copied and pasted over and over again, that person's going to go for a timeout or block, especially after I've already responded to that comment or that question. Evelyn is saying they try to take over your chat with nonsense. Exactly. No, Suzanne, you are fine. Suzanne, what I said doesn't apply to you. Okay? Our friend Suzanne is a freedom-loving person. Doesn't apply to you, Suzanne. I'm talking about the left-wing forces out there. I'm talking about the left-wing forces out there. Okay? So, no, Suzanne, what I said doesn't apply to you. All right? No, it doesn't apply to Suzanne. Yeah. I'm talking about the left-wing forces out there who come here to disrupt. And Dana is also, what a wonderful friend of this community, Dana. Thank you. Dana from Oregon. Thank you all. Passing through writes, the left use mindless, repetitive taunting because they have no argument. Exactly. Here's what happens. You have seen that over the last couple of weeks, our channel here has been getting lots of views, 20,000 views, 30,000 views. Last night, it was 63,000 views, I think. So when the left sees that they have failed to suppress this channel, that they have failed to suppress our freedom of speech, they use different strategies. And the left has realized that, hey, if there's name calling, Tassif's going to block. And so now they use different strategy. They come here, they ask a question, which seems like, okay, a genuine question, and you want to answer that, and then they jump to a next question, then they jump to a next question, then somebody else comes in, does the same thing, and then you see that two or three voices just uh, monopolize this whole live stream. Okay, they capture the stream and the live chat. It's a new strategy. I'm not stupid. I understand it, and I am going to take action accordingly. I'm going to put people in timeout and ban them. And if they come back with different usernames and do the same thing, they're going to be banned again. Evelyn is saying, I like this side of you, Tassif. Which one? The fact that when I block people? Is that the one you're talking about? Okay, so Moxie is writing foreign language. You can see it's actually Bengali. Those letters, it's Bengali. It means I love your channel. That's what it means. I read it. It's written in Bengali. It means I love your channel. So thank you, Moxie. Evelyn says Dark Mega Tossif. Okay. All right. So shall we go back to our original discussion? Yeah, Moxie wrote in Bengali. So Moxie, did you translate it on the internet? Moxie wrote, I love your channel. And Moxie wrote it in Bengali. Thank you. Thank you so much. I read that right away. Okay, so my friends, let's talk about do you want to talk about the World Health Organization? Anyone wants to talk about the World Health Organization? Who? You want to talk about who? Chase says yes. Misty says sure. Audrey says sure. Okay. Swaggy is asking who? Swaggy, I'm talking about who? Yes, Swaggy is asking like who? Question mark. And I'm saying who? Yeah, who? All right. Let's talk about the World Health Organization. Now, you all know already President Trump issued an executive order to pull the United States out of the World Health Organization. We, the Americans, we do not need to be a part of WHO. World Health Organization, we do not need to be a part of WHO. Okay, do you agree with me? We don't want to be a part of the World Health Organization. So I am happy that President Trump has issued an executive order to pull the US out of the World Health Organization. And now there's another leader of a foreign country who is following President Trump's footsteps. Do you know what country that is? Katie, I think you know, right? Katie, you mentioned that. Did you mention that, Katie? Our friend Katie from Arizona. Argentina. Paul is saying Argentina pulled out today also. Paul from Walworth County. Paul, welcome. Steve is here. Hi, Steve. So Argentina, President Javier Milei announced that Argentina would also withdraw from the World Health Organization. So the World Health Organization is losing support. And now I want to ask you a question. Okay, who's this new person? Hold on, Glimpse of Freedom, who's this? Glimpse of Freedom, talking about Auditron. Glimpse of Freedom, why are you talking about Auditron all of a sudden? Isn't that interesting? Oh, wow. So it's a glimpse of freedom. It's not like a full view of freedom. It's just a glimpse of freedom. Okay? It's just a glimpse of freedom. Not like a full panoramic view of freedom. Your Auditron. There you go. How about that? Steve says, ban for ban evasion. Please move on. Okay, thanks. Yeah. I mean, glimpse of freedom, it's kind of like, if you want to choose a screen name, you should choose a full view of freedom, a full panoramic view of freedom. Why just a glimpse, right? Anyway, if it's Auditron or if it's Zeus just coming back with a different screen name, blocked. And so let me ask you this. Argentina has also decided to leave the World Health Organization. Now, do you think that other countries will do the same? Do you think one by one other countries will also withdraw from the World Health Organization? Okay, Chase, you asked a question. Who did you ask the question to, Chase? Very strange question from Chase. I don't know what's up. All right. How should I respond to that question that Chase asked? Okay, Chase is gone. Blocked. Yeah. So Chase is now going to be chasing his way to Mount Olympus, hopefully. All right. I'm more than happy to block people because If people are trying to cause disruption, I'm not gonna just overlook that. It's something's gonna have to be done. So that's what I did. Evelyn, I see your comment. So awesome. Yeah, Chase asked a weird and inappropriate question, so blocked. Yeah, block party in full effect. I keep saying that I don't want to block people, and so the left wing forces out there, they take advantage of that. Okay, they take advantage of that. Okay, and Chase was here hanging out here for a while, and started asking strange questions, and would write repetitive comments, and when I said something would say sorry, sorry, sorry. No, you know what? You know who's sorry? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to block you. That's what I did, right? Did I do the right thing, my friends? Please let me know. Did I do the right thing? Oh, Fred is leaving. Good night, Fred. Thanks for being here. Thank you all. Thank you all for your support. Steve is saying, yes, banning disruptors is the move. Suzanne is saying you can always unblock eventually or not. Yeah, Suzanne, there's always that option to unblock. But you know what? I don't block people very easily. And once I block somebody, that person's going to stay blocked. That person's going to stay blocked. Moxie is saying, I think it'll create an echo chamber. No, Moxie. I welcome all voices here. But if people are disrupting, if they're deliberately trying to write the same thing over and over again and flood the live chat window with irrelevant comments and engage in name calling, and if there are if there's a group of people, they are coordinating all these questions and asking strange stuff. I mean, ask Aaron. Aaron, are you still here? Fuzz. Aaron doesn't agree with me, but Aaron always participates in the live chat. Okay. And there are others. Before the election, there used to be a lot of people. We had Claudette. Remember Claudette? I never blocked Claudette. Claudette just stopped showing up. There was Garfield. Garfield never agreed with me. I didn't agree with Garfield. I never blocked Garfield. Garfield just stopped showing up. And there were other people. Okay, I don't remember the whole list. There were a lot of people. They would come here and oppose my viewpoints, but I didn't block them because they didn't cause disruption. They didn't engage in name calling. Okay, and by name calling, if somebody says, "Toss, if you're a fool," I'm not gonna block that person. Okay, I mean, if somebody has to say something really nasty for me to block that person. Okay. And not just at me. If I see somebody insulting or harassing or engaging in name calling and targeting any of my friends here, I'm gonna do the same. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing. So it's not just calling me names, but if somebody calls any of my friends here names, I'm gonna block. But the threshold is kind of it's not a very the threshold is serious. If somebody says toss, if you're talking like a fool, I'm not gonna block that person. Okay, somebody has to say something really nasty for me to take that step. Okay, so. Yeah, people can disagree. People can say, toss, if I don't agree with you, what you're saying is foolish. That's fine. Yeah. Who's asking about imperfect? Because AC is saying she's watching Al Gore. Yeah, AC. Probably. Tangerine is here. Hello, Tangerine. Thanks for being here, Tangerine. Yeah, I don't see that viewer named Imperfect. I'm not seeing that person. That's all right. Back on the view. Don is here. Probably missed mentioning Don. Hello, Don. Okay. All right. So, we just have to wait and see if other countries do the same. The United States, with President Trump in office, the United States left the World Health Organization. Argentina, with President Javier Milei in power, decided to leave the World Health Organization. Now we have to wait and see if other countries also walk on the same path. Okay? We have to wait and see if other countries also leave the World Health Organization or not. Okay, my friends, let me wrap up the poll question here. All right. Okay, so the poll question is, Donald J. Trump is the best president of our lifetime. Do you agree? Yes, no. Let me end that poll. 192 votes. 72% said yes. 27% said no. Tangerine says, yes, I agree. President Donald Trump is the best president. Okay. So the poll question was, Donald J. Trump is the best president of our lifetime. Do you agree? 192 people voted. 72% said yes, Donald J. Trump is the best president of our lifetime. Only 27% said no. All right. So, my friends, we are 1 hour 45 minutes into the live stream. I think I'm going to wrap this up now. And Marjorie is saying JFK was pretty great too. All right. Thank you, Marjorie, for sharing that. And it's great to see that JFK's nephew, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., is such a strong Trump ally, right? Okay, my friends, I'm going to wrap up this live stream. I'll try to get some sleep. You probably saw I didn't drink any tea or coffee today. I just drank water. I'm going to try to get some sleep, okay? I'm going to have a busy day. So thank you all. Thank you for being here. I know that this live stream turned out to be a little different than usual, and it was largely because there were efforts, I assume, there were efforts to distract me. You saw that, right? I was trying to discuss some important points, and then came a question which, in good faith, I wanted to answer. I answered, and there came a flood of other questions, which, once you saw the flow, you saw that those were not very normal, honest questions, but just disruptive. Okay, seemed to me like those questions were meant to kind of um, distract me from the main discussion. Okay, I don't know if you all felt the same way. That's how I felt. So I had to take some steps um, to address that. Okay. Um, Ron is saying, thanks, Tosif and friends, for the great talk. I enjoyed it as always. Thank you, Ron. Um, Thank you, Dana, always for such kind words, Dana. Edwin, thank you. Ron, thank you so much. Misty, thank you always, Misty. Suzanne, thank you. Suzanne is such a wonderful part of this family. Thank you, Suzanne. And Katie, Tangerine, Edwin, everyone, thanks so much. Marjorie, Frank, always supporting this channel. Frank, it's always good to see your comments, Frank. Thank you, my friend. So I'm going to wrap up this live stream. Audrey Durham, thank you so much. May God bless you all. May God bless our president, Donald J. Trump. May God bless the Trump administration. May God bless the United States of America. May God bless the U.S. allies, and may God bless freedom-loving people all over the world. Thank you so much. Thank you, AC Cruz. My friends, I'm going to be back with more videos and more live streams. Also, I uploaded a whole bunch of shorts videos, different dishes that I prepared. Not all in one day. I just prepared those dishes and over a period of time. I don't always get to upload my shorts, cooking shorts, right away. So maybe I cook something today and I make a small video and then I forget to upload it, and maybe I do it after a week or 3 days, whatever. So watch those shorts videos. Let me know what you think. Okay, Steve, thank you so much. Evelyn, thank you so very much. Evelyn is asking, I wondered if you made all that in one. No, Evelyn. So usually what happens is I prepare dishes, I make those shorts videos, and I just forget to upload them. So when I sit and upload, I do like 4 or 5 or 6 dishes, videos at once. Now, sometimes I make one dish, sometimes I make maybe 3 dishes in a single day if I have time. Sometimes if it's special occasion, I could maybe, like if it's Thanksgiving, I could probably make like 5 or 6 dishes in a span of like 2 days. Okay, that could happen. So anyway, watch those videos. Thank you so very much. Liz, thank you. Everyone. If I missed mentioning anyone's name, I apologize. But you know who you are. Thank you for being a part of this wonderful family that we have. Okay. My friends, I'm going to be back again soon. Please subscribe, hit the like button, share these videos with your friends, family members, and your neighbors. And please remember, together, we will make America great again. Have a wonderful night, my friends. I'm going to be back again very soon. Thank you.